Hello, everybody. Welcome to Simone's Book Reviews. I'm Simone, and today we're going to be talking about Nora Roberts' series, The Donovan Legacy. So let's turn the page. The Donovan Legacy by Nora Roberts is a fantasy and romance series centered around a family of witches, the Donovans. So, The Donovan Legacy by Nora Roberts has 4 books in the series. Each book focuses on a different character. So, this one focuses on Morgana Donovan, the second one focuses on Sebastian Donovan, the third one, Anastasia Donovan, and the fourth one, Liam Donovan. The first 3 books are about the 3 cousins. They have been brought up together as their parents are related. Okay, so their mothers are triplets who married their fathers who are also triplets. And each couple only had one child when they actually wanted more children, but they were cursed. We don't actually find out how they were cursed, but they were cursed to only have one child each couple. So they shared their love with their nieces and nephews, so they were all brought up together. The 3 cousins, so Morgana, Sebastian, and Anna, live in Monterey, California, and they are very close. Each witch has different powers or different gifts, so they have their own strengths. In the books, Morgana is better at magic and casting spells, while Sebastian is better at seeing into the future and reading people's minds. So his gift is of sight. And then Anastasia's, or Anna as they call her, she is an empath, so she feels people's emotions and she can also take away their pain and heal any injuries. So in the first 3 books, we focus on Morgana, Sebastian, Anastasia, and you see how close they are and everything. But then in the last book, the 4th one, you're introduced to a completely new cousin that we haven't even heard of, and his name is Liam Donovan, and he is out in Oregon. And we found out that he's essentially a prince because his father is the leader of the Donovan family. But throughout the series, each Donovan is faced with their destiny and love and having to tell their lovers that they are witches and try to make them believe that they are. So they have to show them some magical feat and introduce them to their family, which can be quite intimidating to a mere mortal. I enjoyed how the author writes emotions and how the characters are feeling. It really puts you right in the book, and you can see how the heartbreak, pain, and love is affecting them. It almost makes you cry in emotional scenes because you can feel their hearts breaking and you can feel the pain that they're going through. There are, however, some parts in the relationship aspects that I find unrealistic, where she makes the characters all of a sudden change who they are, basically, or what they believe, and go into the relationship. So they'll just change who they are and be accepting of this responsibility that they never wanted before. Another thing I enjoy is the way the author describes the animals in the books, because the witches have cats, of course, and they also have wolves as pets. And I love how she describes the animals and their mannerisms and how they look at the characters. It's almost as if they're talking to them. It makes you feel like the character and the animal are actually having a full conversation. And sometimes the characters actually do speak to the animals and have full conversations with them. So you really just feel like the animals are actually characters themselves. Overall, I would give the series a 3.5 out of 5 stars because I do enjoy the series, but it's not my favorite series. I would probably read it again because it has that nice romance and happy ending, which you tend to want from a romance. But I feel like some of the unrealistic parts or the predictability kind of make it less enjoyable for me because I want it to be realistic as well. Another thing I feel is that she could have gone into more detail about the past of the family, and maybe we could have gotten more details about how their parents met. It would have been more interesting to know some of the history and maybe how the family got established. The fantasy really adds the romance with the witches. They have this magical way about them, and the way they describe the nature as well, it just adds and makes it so beautiful. If you were to meet a witch in the real life, you would just want to accept them and be friends with them, and they just sound like such beautiful people. You want to be in their lives. Overall, I really enjoyed this series, and the only way you'll know if you enjoyed is if you go out and read it too. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, especially if you want to see the individual books in the series, which you can find here, 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 or here. Thank you. Enjoy your day. I'm going to be talking about the Donovan legacy by Nora Rabbits. Oliver! He's attacking me through the sheet. Hey.